Dragon Ball Daima Episode 2 titled Glorio. And I know that King Goma is our biggest problem, but are we not going to talk about how bad it is to leave Roshi unattended? No, but seriously, we need to probably send someone to keep an eye on Roshi. And welcome back, guys. It's Brent for Geek Variants to cover all things Marvel, DC, Lord of the Rings, anime, gaming, Star Wars, and more. This time, Dragon Ball Daima Episode 2. And if you've read the manga at any point in time, you know that Master Roshi should not be unattended anytime. Sure, the anime, it keeps him on the very, very verge of being canceled. In the manga, he should have been canceled times and times again. And the phrase "no Diddy" would definitely be strongly applied here. But also, with everything going on, let's talk about the actual main events of what's going on here. Our heroes finally realize that they've shrunk, even though Krillin basically didn't shrink, and Vegeta only lost maybe a foot. Because let's be honest here, 90% of his height is trapped in his hair, and that's just kind of probably why he's so angry all the time. But also, if I had to deal with Goku on a constant everyday basis, I would also be really, really stressed out on any uncertain terms going on here. The only good news we have for our heroes is that Shenron is like, look, friends get three wishes. You guys, on the other hand, you get one. So thank goodness, because otherwise he would have been able to wish for several other things, which we now will never know what that third wish was going to be, but we know that the second was going to be able to give him that third eye, the demon relic. That ultimately would have been a huge problem. Luckily, Neva also is like pretty much straightforward, like, hey, unless you plan on beating those guys who are guarding the Dragon Balls in the demon realm, good luck. I can't summon anything else. I've been around a long time, but there's only so much I could do. So thank goodness for power limits, because otherwise he would just go back to Demon Realm, get everything there, cause a huge problem. But the big problem that he caused is ultimately he was able to take Dende, even though they did backhand Mr. Popo. And if you watch DBZ Abridged, which I highly encourage you do, that you should ultimately be probably concerned that anyone who touches Popo is going to deal with Popo's wrath at some point. But obviously, some of our heroes are taking the de-aging or the shrinking significantly better than others. Bulma and Chi-Chi are both ecstatic because they, in their own mind, were aging terribly. But as most of us would say, no, absolutely not. If you became Vegeta for a day, 90% of what you would do for that very one day, everyone's answer would be Bulma. Just saying. So Bulma's probably aging fine, and luckily we have her there because we have a huge issue. While we have the Supreme Kai and Kibito, who do have really, really good travel and be able to make things significantly easy for us because they have their own version of instant transmission. Getting into the demon realm does not work that way. They need a spaceship, which just so happens that the Supreme Kai who arrived here originally used one when they were getting out of the demon realm. Unfortunately, it is also ancient and completely out of date, so our resident genius, who again never gets any credit for just how dang smart she is, Bulma, is going to be able to kind of fix our ship up, kind of put us back on track, but within 10 days. It's her estimated time for fixing things, so we'll just kind of have to wait that out as best we can, which would give, Goku, Vegeta, and Piccolo time to adjust to the new bodies because they were used to, longer limbs, more weight, longer reach. So obviously for fighting, shrinking down would change all of your striking distances. It would change all your poses. It would change just how effective you are overall as a fighter. So Goku actually did something smart, which I have to note because these are rare and very, very far between instances where he decided, you know what? He got back his little extending staff, so his reach can finally be lengthened. But the fact that he decided to go back to the tower after finding it being used as a clothes drying rack over at Master Roshi's place is a little bit concerning that we left one of our most powerful objects there. But also the fact that he decides to first introduce everyone to his staff by almost hitting Piccolo in the face with it. What did Piccolo ever do to you? First, you guys beat each other to a pulp, then Piccolo ended you to save the world, and then now you're just threatening this man who has been raising your child for you while you've been gone? Do not attack the babysitter. That is absolutely the wrong move in any and all uncertain circumstances. And while everyone was having takeout dinner, which somehow Bulma has convinced Kibito he's an errand boy, which, if you watch Dragon Ball Super, you know that Bulma is basically ordering around Whis, who's an angel, and angels are about here, and then there's Grand Priest, and then there's Zeno. So Bulma has worked her way up from ordering around, a god level being in Vegeta to Kibito, who is the advisor to the Supreme Kai, and then Whis and Beerus by default. This woman and her ability and aura to make people do what she wants to get done should be studied at a university because Bulma is one of one. She is absolutely owning everybody with her words and making them do her bidding as she sees fit. So while everyone's having this enjoyable takeout dinner, a spaceship arrives, which again looks like it's the exact same one from the demon realm. Everyone, of course, is on guard, ready to absolutely throw hands because Goku only knows two things: eating and fighting. Everyone else and everything else is debatable at best because Goku's got the intelligence of a wet rock. So luckily, we had Vegeta and Piccolo there to kind of assess more of the intelligence of the situation, kind of flesh things out. Out comes the ship. It looks like someone who is, in fact, from the demon realm due to the fact they have pointy ears, which the fact that we're now stereotyping everyone with pointy ears is from the demon realm is interesting, but at the same time, I get it. We're just kind of trying to narrow down so that even someone as simple as Goku can understand what the real problem will be moving forward and who to discern from friend from foe because, well, Goku. Remember, he started a tournament arc that decided the fate of the entire universe because he was bored and wanted to fight. Let's not go ahead and have that happen for Daima. But again, out steps the ship is one Glorio, who said he's been sent in secret from the third demon king in the demon realm. So whoever was basically subjugated by Goma is basically trying to have his own plan to kind of succeed him and take his own power in his own way. So he sent Glorio in secret to go ahead and take out Goma, which, hey, smart move, and the demon realm betraying each other. Color me shocked. That just kind of seems to be the par for the course for how this realm operates. And by all means, let it play out as it must. Because Glorio is now able to take 3 people in his ship to the demon realm expeditiously to kind of speed up along the process. He, of course, takes along Goku, and he was able to take himself and the one and the only Supreme Kai, who feels in some way that because his brother Dagesu, his younger brother, is involved in everything going on, that he needs to be stopped and he needs to be addressed as quickly as possible, leaving Vegeta behind, which, of course, I think there was space for a 4th person. But again, I understand how some of these arcs work. We'll have our reinforcements arrive later, which will likely be Vegeta and Piccolo based upon the fact they're both there, or we're going to leave Piccolo up on top of the tower because why not? He can be a fill-in for the communication between Earth and the demon realm. In some respects, they'll probably find a way to work around that. But now that we have all of our members, they're headed off to the demon realm, and we'll see if Glorio is truly friend or foe moving forward in this next episode. As far as for the next episode, be sure to hit that lovely red subscribe button so you can get the latest content that we have coming out for you. Later on today, we have more Supermarket Simulator, and I'll see you guys on Sunday for more episodes of The Penguin on our watch party. Looking forward to enjoying that time with you guys. I'll see you in the next one.